Good morning. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I was planning on being on here yesterday, but I wasn't feeling well. So thank you guys for rescheduling and being here on Tuesday. So we're doing Monday morning messages on Tuesday. So this is going to be a little weird. Hello, people who are clicking on Instagram. This is so funny. And people who are clicking on Facebook. So I'm going to be looking between both of these cameras. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. I'm so glad you guys are clicking on. I've been gone. I've taken the whole, hello, everybody. I know everybody's excited to see me, and hopefully my thing's going to work. I've been gone. I've taken the whole summer off, and I'm excited to be back. It's going to be interesting to see what Spirit wants me to talk about, because I've got like 3 things that I kind of want to go over. I kind of channeled before. So we're going to see where Spirit wants us to go. Thank you so much, Tara, for liking and sharing. Thank you. Hello, everybody on Instagram. So it's going to be kind of challenging going between you guys, but I think I can do it. So I'm going to kind of jump in and talk a little bit about my summer was great. Yes, I am feeling better. Thank you, Drew. Thank you for everybody who sent me healing yesterday. Fox Fawn, hello. Thank you guys so much for sending healing, everybody who did that. I appreciate it. Yes, it's so good to see you guys. I'm going to talk a little bit about my summer, and I'm going to kind of start channeling and seeing where Spirit wants me to go. So yes, if you guys can hit the like and share button, that would be amazing. So if you guys have been watching me a while, you know that I've kind of been talking about, good morning, Michelle, that back in May, that Spirit really wanted me to take a break. And I knew that I was going to have to kind of step back and be human again. I air quote that in a sense that when you do this work a lot, it's exhausting, it's draining, and it's important to step away. I believe that I was starting to become unrelatable in a sense that I was having a hard time balancing both worlds. So it was time for me to just take a break from everything and be with my kids. Had a great summer, did lots of traveling, went camping, connected with nature. It was great. Sorry, I'm going to channel and talk. Yes, Norma, I am feeling better. Okay, before I jump into that, Spirit saying I knew they were going to do this. They're showing me, I was really hoping that when I was gone for the summer, that I was going to be like, oh, I've got exactly what I need to do. I'm going to do this and this and this, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to know exactly what to do. Well, it didn't really work like that. I was hoping that I was going to be like, oh, I'm going to do this and this and this. Things have really kind of been falling into pieces, but it's not like, oh, here it is. A lot of people have the misperception that intuitives have, like, we get spoon-fed to us because we can channel. I've missed you guys too. That we can, that we get it spoon-fed, know exactly which direction Spirit wants us to go. It's just not like that. It doesn't work like that. We have to go through trials and errors, and we have to figure things out too. So I enjoyed my break. I didn't do a lot of channeling. I did some healing on a few people. I messaged everybody, by the way, that messaged me in July, that reached out to me, that said, hey, you're having a hard time. You know, I appreciate it. I got to back as many people as I could. So, but it wasn't like an epiphany moment what I was kind of hoping for. I can see things falling into place. I know every time I leave and take a break that massive changes happen. This work isn't easy. I know a lot of intuitive who have decided to step away from this work. I know you guys watch a lot of other people, and they've decided that this can be challenging. I know that there's a lot of people who decided completely that they're not going to do this, or only do this part-time and not give this as much as attention. can be challenging. So you guys, especially who've been with me for a while, know that I sit here, I channel whatever spirit wants me to do, and then I just kind of jump right into it. So, and that's, I work better that way, I guess, than more planning. Spirit kept showing me these 3 cards. We're going to talk about the 3 cards. We're going to talk about what, okay, this week is going to kind of, where we need our focus to be. Okay. Thank you, Cindy, for sharing. So I channel a few things about guidance and direction, like deep direction. And this summer may have not presented, like I was just talking about, an epiphany moment of, yes, I need this direction. I talked about this last week because the Academy, if you guys follow me on the Academy, that's also changing. So I talked about this a little bit last week, but this summer was about breaking through the sun, about deep alignment with self and direction, seeing stuff, warning signs, and not, for our better judgment, going after those and following more into the direction of spirit wanting us to go. So I hope that everybody had time this past weekend, or if not this weekend, to really look at, and I shared that on my page. If you guys, I hope some of you guys watched that. Yes, highlighting the key points of the past few months that really brought you joy, because this is going to be a stepping stone into fall next year. We're going to talk about really how we're going to launch into 2020, how we're going to put our best foot forward, where these energies are going to take us, where spirit is guiding us, and maybe we haven't listened before and we have really been at a standstill, or we have been stubborn and chose not to listen and saw the warning signs and went there anyway. We are going to talk about, where is your focus? Where are you having deep alignment with self? Are you connecting with your soul? Yeah. So that's going to be my focus for the next few months, is getting you guys to a point where you are completely, totally full mind, body, spirit, thank you, alignment with your deeper self, saying that whatever comes my way in 2020, that I have completely, hello, Courtney. Sorry, I'm like channeling and I look at both of you, both of the comments, that I'm going to be ready for whatever presents to me in 2020. That manifesting is not going to be work. That manifesting is going to come easy. And everything that I'm designed, say that again. That I'm designed to create, I'm going to allow it into my energy with no more force. All right, I guess that's what we're talking about. And of course, this is funny because it's all facing your guys' way. Oh, this is funny. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys the cards that we go into. We're going to talk about this. It's pretty much what I just channeled a second ago, but we're going to go into this deeper. So the 3 cards, and everybody, if you're asking, I'm doing right now, this is for everybody's, the intention of this week and what we're coming into. The summer, like I just said, we're stepping stones, and we're really using these energies to put us in on a bigger playing field, on a plateau that really resonates with our deep self. So here is the card, Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ, which is funny because I just talked about my show on the Academy. So as I just said a second ago, you know how I work. I'm going to channel, and then the cards are going to back me up. Deep alignment with self in a direction. Understanding that we are connected, interlinked with the divine, with Christ consciousness, with our maker. And I love these. Okay, thank you. So when we close our eyes, and I told you, breaking through the sun, I love how this is just this is not what I thought we were going to talk about today, but this is fantastic. You talk about this, letting the tides roll. Water's talking about emotions, letting those flow. The next card is initiation by air, but what I love about this is we're connected to the heart, and then we let that go into the universe, asking that slow down. What lies in our heart, in our deepest self. Oh, this is so fascinating. That we're asking the universe to bring that to us. Really, we're going to go there? Okay. So if anybody's wanting to take notes, this would be a really good time to take notes, especially people who are like ready to play in a bigger field. And I wasn't going to talk about that yet, but we're jumping into it, so I see how they're transitioning me. I talk very high level. I talk very, I talk, how do you want to describe this? Into a broad sense, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And trying to connect people to their deeper self. And what I love, what I'm about to say, the reason why I feel like I need to say this is because sometimes the words that I use can be a little much, but I'm going to say it anyway, and I hope you guys are following along, especially if you guys have been watching me for a while. We talked about the heart here. We talked about the heart here. You see the doves, and we're talking about the universe. We're transmuting them to the heavens, where our higher self is, where our soul's purpose knows. And I'm not getting hung up on this word too much, as it's transmuting what we need in our life. We're giving it to God. I use God to say that again. To fulfill our deeper, greatest purpose here in life. It's fascinating because they showed this to me the other day, that and I channeled this. Where's that paper? This is what it was. Okay, I'm going to read this to you guys, and I just channeled this, and I was going to do this whole thing, but now I feel like it's appropriate. That our dreams lie within the cosmos, reaching for the stars. You are not limited or struck to your physical body. You are connected to all things. Reach for the greatest potential. Reach for the heavens. Everything that lies within our hearts is also connected to the divine. And I've noticed, okay, we'll go there, that since the beginning of the year, a lot of people have been surface. And thinking that it's fun to be, oh, I'm spiritual and I pull cards, and that, this is what everybody's doing. So I'm just going to jump on that bandwagon. And they do it at the surface. And I've noticed this with people that are in the media. I've noticed this on pages, that they're only doing this surface. And it was bothering me, and I said this to you guys back in May for everybody who's been watching me. I said, I feel like I'm repeating myself. I have so many videos on this page on my YouTube that has free information. And truth be told, I thought about walking away because I feel like it's not digesting. I feel like I'm on repeat. And I had to break away, and I had to say, okay, Spirit, what do I need? Because I feel like I'm having to say the same thing, and everybody just wants, free messages. But then when the messages come, it's like, I'll take a piece of it, but I'm really not going to listen to the whole thing. Or that doesn't suit my life, so I'm going to forget that. And, you get placed where, well, I'm just going to take pieces and pieces, and I'm going to take a little of this, and I'm going to take a little of that. But if you truly don't digest this in your life, I'm telling you right now, 2020 is going to slap you in the face, and you are going to be very miserable. Because Spirit has been showing us for time and time again that there's so many intuitives who these videos are free. We're not getting paid to do this. We're asked by Spirit to do this, and we love you, and we're saying, and I have to listen too, because I have to channel, I have to listen, and then I have to experience this in my own life. That it's time to connect with ourselves. We are not separated from the other side. We are not disconnected, and we need to follow our own beat and our own pattern. See, I'm starting to get even dizzy talking about this. Because what's going to happen is when 2020 comes, it's going to put you in a vibration of self where you feel like, I know, because they keep going like smoother and things just come easier. Okay, slow down, like back that up. Okay, so I encourage you this week and into the next week or weekend to write down what your points are, like your highlight emotions that you felt this summer. Stuff that made your heart flutter and you were like, I loved this. I loved this emotion because it's starting to highlight. Tell Spirit, sorry guys, I'm like trying to share this to everyone. Telling Spirit, this is what I want more of. They treat it, they build it, and they send it back. We've lived kind of in a world of comparison, and it's hard. And I noticed that when I was off. And I asked Spirit, I'm getting dizzy too. I know, it's because the energies are really like, you guys come on here, however many people are on, almost 50 of you guys watching, and you guys are all spread out around the world, right? And I noticed that it is challenging. This road is challenging. And you have to be really strong in your core to take this. To say, I'm going to take this spiritual path, I'm going to do and realize that this human world, what I'm here to experience, is only a short time. But I'm going to digest all of it because you do become unrelatable. I'm not the person I was 10 years ago. I'm not. I used to be where I was still empathic, still knew things, and be able to talk and, be in a crowd and socialize and everything else. And now I feel weird. I feel like I can't do it. And I feel unrelatable. And somebody asked me in my class, in my rainbow group, they said, how do you balance? And I said, it's one of those sayings that somebody said is like, when you've gone so far and you've seen this, it's hard to come back. And I feel like that's kind of how this is. So many of you guys have reached out to me and said, I have seen, I've seen my grandpa, my grandmas came to me. I've seen this, I've seen in my dreams, I feel this, Spirit touches me. And you feel like if you can't say anything to somebody that you care about or close to, they're going to feel like you're weird. Like, that's hard. And I completely understand. And okay, because they keep showing me this and I'm kind of surprised that I'm going to share this, but This is talking about true and authentic self. I'm giving you examples on knowing you have to break free, because the biggest thing is freedom. Because it's a clearing. You're not picking up, you're not holding on to things that don't fit you anymore. My daughter just started high school, and if you guys have been watching me a while, you know that my daughter is very intuitive, and she hasn't really shown that because she doesn't want to be called weird. I get it. And she said something, I don't know, everybody was around, and she said that they're like, how'd you know that? And she goes, well, I'm intuitive. And they're like, oh, really? So then all of a sudden they start testing you, because there is a whole culture that has been since for years and years and years to have skeptics, to think that we are separated from our intuition, which everybody has an intuition. That's what we're born with. That's it. And they started testing her. Oh, well, what did I have for dinner last night? What did I do this? And she had all these questions, and she got them all right. And they're like, oh my gosh, now you're telepathic, you're this and it. And so then they started calling her that. And I was kind of surprised that she did that, because she told me before that she wouldn't. And she goes, I don't know, Mom, it just felt right. This is because we have moved into these energies where Spirit is saying, what lies in your heart? What is your divine alignment? Give it to the universe. It's soul deep. There's so much to this card, like I can keep channeling forever with this card. We are one with the Maker. This road isn't easy, and I'm not going to act like it is. But I encourage everybody to really highlight the emotions and maybe what Spirit was nudging you towards. Yeah. And really dive into that. I know, because they keep saying, breaking through the sun, breaking through the sun. It's right. It's overflowing. It's like I can't stress this enough. I'm gonna channel some other information. See, I knew I was gonna be on here for a while, and I haven't even seen your guys' questions, so thank you. For everybody who's commenting, I'll have to read some of these afterwards. Okay. Somebody's asking, how do I know what I'm supposed to do? How do I know what direction that I'm supposed to be in? How, that kind of stuff. And it was wired within your soul when you came. I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon. Oh, my live video ended on Instagram. All right. Guess there's a time limit on Instagram. Just figured that out. They'll have to come over to Facebook. Okay. Good to know. I didn't know that. Okay. You are hardwired with the knowing. Yes. All the information, all the past lives, everything is wired within your soul. Yes, you guys are still here, though. So, okay, we're going to do it. Okay, yeah. And sometimes when you feel like you don't know what that is, it's because you haven't listened. I will tell you firsthand, I did this. Over the summer, I did not have time to meditate. I was with my kids. I was at soccer camps. I was everything else. And I felt disconnected, and I started second guessing myself. If you are one of these people and you can raise your hand and say, yep, I second guess myself all the time. I don't trust myself and I'm not listening. I'm going to tell you this old thing, and everybody gets tired of hearing it. Meditate. And if you're one of those people who say, I don't like to meditate, this is silencing your mind and listening to soft music, taking a walk, something that just gets you out of the pattern of the cycle of what you've been thinking in your brain, and it really just takes time out. And a lot of people come up to me, Facebook me, message me in my class and say, well, I don't hear anything. Okay, but how did you feel? If you were going up to somebody and here's an intuition game. You go up to a car dealer, okay? I don't know why a car dealer just came in. It is. This guy's saying all this stuff. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you this low percent. I'm going to do this. And the other guy doesn't talk that much. You go to a different dealership, but it feels right. Which one are you going to go with? A talker or something that feels right? It's Renee Gardner's birthday, so everybody say happy birthday to her. So which one are you going to go to? Trusting your gut. This may look good and it sounds good, but it doesn't feel good. And I'm not saying that when you hear spirit, but what I'm saying is the first thing is to trust your gut, because then the rest unfolds. That's what I teach in all my classes. It starts with trusting yourself first. What feels good, and then you move in that direction. Okay? So be in meditation. Get back to feeling yourself. Get back to feeling, because I will tell you, that did not go away. That did not go away. This whole summer, I wasn't sitting, I wasn't meditating, I wasn't pulling cards, but I knew things and it was on point because I still felt and trusted my gut. Mwah. And you guys know how many times that you didn't follow your gut and you end up into a wonky situation. So this is why this time, this platform that we talked about, listen, go into meditation, listen to what your heart wants, send it to the universe, let them nurture it, and it's going to come back. All right, we're going to do one last card. Thank you guys so much for everybody who's watching, who have shared, who's liked, who's commented. I appreciate it. I love that you guys are all here. I do have some changes coming to the page. When one door closes, another one opens. You guys know that the Academy shifts, so my show's not on there anymore. The Academy is changing. So I'm bringing some new stuff that I wasn't expecting to bring. So we're going to do an Earth card because they're pulling me to that. I know it's because of what I just pulled. So just be on the lookout for that. There's going to be some very cool things. I will do, what is next week? Spoiler week. Definitely pay attention next week. If anybody knows what next week is, if you've been here for a while. Thank you so much, Renee. I hope this made sense to you guys. Sometimes when I channel, I'm always like, did that even make any sense? Write it down. Okay. Write down the highlights. Go over that. Pin it up. Look at those every single day. All right, Michelle, we'll see you in class tonight. Oh! Ah! See? I can't even make this stuff up. I'm so excited. Ah! Do you know every card has been connected to the heart? Everything is connected. Talking about heart, everything here. We got heart here. We got heart here. Compassion. But this is with yourself. Knowing, thank you, that this is why I said write it down. You deserve, and it's compassion with your own heart. Say that again. Allow yourself. You deserve to have more of those moments and start emphasizing those emotions that you want to bring in and stop looking towards the low parts. It's funny because they're showing me tender, loving care. This is what our Maker, our God, this is what He has the most. They feed, yes, slow down, feed our tender, loving heart. He has a tender, loving heart, but it's that we feed these emotions, and it helps us manifest a beautiful life. Lots of heart stuff, guys. Lots of heart. If you haven't been loving to yourself, if you've been hard on yourself, knock it off. God loves you. I love you. You deserve love. Be compassionate. There's so much. And God is just saying, just ask for help. I'm here. And it's funny because I pulled up my selenite crystal heart this morning and was holding that. If you saw the first of the video when I was going like this. Connect with your heart. Do that this week into this weekend. I will see you guys Monday for Monday morning messages. Thank you guys for popping on today. Since I couldn't be here yesterday. And next week I've got something highlighted. So stick around. Definitely going to want to see it. All right. Well, I'm so glad this helped you guys. I love you so much. You guys have a fabulous week and we'll talk soon. See you guys.